time for another Spectrum game, and this time it's E.T.X, published by Abbex Electronics Ltd in 1983. And I hadn't heard of this one until quite recently, when I discovered the cover art on the internet, and was a bit puzzled by that silhouette in the window. And yes, this is apparently an E.T. game for the Spectrum. I had no idea about this. And of course, as far as I can see anyway, there's no official license going on here with the film or indeed the game that this is based on. And that is the Atari 2600 version. And the Atari 2600 version was of course coded by Howard Scott Warsaw. And this game is considered by some people to be the game that single-handedly, utterly destroyed the video game market in North America in 1983. And of course that's not really correct, is it? And many of those people also consider this game to be the worst video game ever. And of course the question is it really? Well, no. It certainly isn't, by my opinion anyway. There's far worse video games around. Even on the Atari 2600, I would say there are far worse games than E.T. And to be fair to Howard, he apparently only had 5 weeks to develop the game in time for the Christmas 1982 release. So he did a pretty good job. The game isn't amazing. It is pretty annoying and bad in some ways. But again, no, it's not the worst video game ever. The big question here is, of course, is the Spectrum version the worst video game ever made? I don't know. I haven't played it yet, so let's just dive in, shall we? Before I change my mind. And interestingly, the game is called E.T.X. I presume this is to prevent any potential lawsuits, to kind of make the game not connected to E.T., because this is, of course, the Extra-Terrestrial from Xargon. The game is coded by David M. Webb, and I think he made a couple of other games, but I can't remember which ones, actually. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, because those two screens just kind of vanished immediately. But this is apparently an adventure graphics arcade game utilizing every byte of computing power in your ZX Spectrum. That's good to know. And there's a lot of text in the instructions, and I'm just going to skim through these. I'm not going to read all of it. I love this bit. Suddenly the Starship Mayflower receives an urgent telex. And it's called away by the Supreme Federation Council. Yeah, they've got a telex machine. That's the future. And of course he needs to phone home, just as in the film, or build a telex machine, maybe. And we can grab fruits and eat at a later date. That sounds fun. And we need to find the 3 pieces of the transmitter, which is pretty much exactly like the 2600 game. And apparently Earth is divided into 1,408 different zones. And we have different powers, so I'm not sure this is exactly like the 2600 version, but yeah, maybe they added some stuff. Or maybe it's just like the powers you have in the 2600 version. Would I like to read this again? No, please, no.
Abbex, the game people, present E.T.X, the Extra-Terrestrial Xargon by David M. Webb.
Blimey, that was a lot of speech. I did read that the game was supposed to contain speech, but I thought that was just kind of like one sound effect. And apparently, I can press anything. Can I press the table? My couch? No. I suppose I will have to press a key.
Which game?
And we can choose what type of game here. Just Ernie, which I think is Elliot from the... Well, of course, he's not from the film E.T., but you know, they look alike. And we got the Professor and the MI5 agent, which I do believe were a doctor and a CIA agent in the 2600 version. Let's go with all 3 because I'm optimistic. 1 to 9 for player. What does that mean? Can we have 9 players? I'm just going to go with 1. And here we go. Here's oh my god, the color selection. I kind of look pretty invisible here. Ouch, indeed. What the... Okay, I can get out of there by using my magnificent telekinetical powers or whatever and collect fruit. Wow, the colours, they are slightly headache-inducing. Would you piss off? Oh, God. You know, this feels, I would say, worse than the 2600 version already because, my god, the colors and the pretty insignificant amount of animation frames. I mean, you can say what you want about the 2600 version, but the animation was rather smooth, actually. It's not really... Oh, what is going on? I think this is a doctor. He lives in here and would kidnap me and drag me in and do horrible experiments on me, and the MI5 agent steals stuff, and yeah. And Elliot, I mean, what's his face? The kid lives up here. I'm getting a little bit fed up with the ouch. I'm going to be perfectly honest and admit that. So, how do we... Yeah, we got that kind of weird, like, on the top of the screen, we have a little bit of an icon that changes. So the arrow will allow me to teleport one screen up, and God, I can hardly see myself. I think I can say already that I feel that the Spectrum version is actually worse than the 2600 version. But let's see if we can find some pieces to the... And I can't even see myself. And the lack of animation and the way how the enemies would just jump you when you are anywhere near the edge of a screen. Could you please let me go? You... Yeah, this is definitely not as good. And how do I scan for things? Is it that? Okay, there's something down here. Let's go. Yeah, it's a stick down there. That's amazing. Perfect. I need a stick to build a E.T.X machine. What does that do? And the symbol on the top there will tell you what will happen when you press fire. And in the 2600 version, and I know I keep saying 2600 version a lot, but in that version, E.T.'s head would kind of rise. It doesn't happen here. Oh my god, this is hyper annoying. And could you just give me a couple of seconds for the love of extraterrestrials? And there's stuff down here, amazing. I think that was a piece of the E.T.X machine, or maybe it's a shovel. I don't know. But let's grab this, whatever it is, and why I need it, I don't really know. If you say ouch one more time, I swear I'm going to do something I regret. And of course, we have a countdown, so we can't dawdle around for forever. And I think if we press fire, oh, I forgot about that, you can run. So that should allow you to get away from the, oh god, the hostiles. And it seems like when you switch screen, they do it faster, if you know what I mean. That doesn't feel particularly fair. Please, go up. Please. Yeah, I think the developer actually managed to make this game worse than the original, which is a little bit astonishing, really. One would imagine that there would be an opportunity to learn something here. Oh my goodness. I mean, their position is always reset to the screen where you are at when they enter. That is not particularly fair. Oh god, I'm not touching the pits, for God's sake. Yeah, this is pits if I haven't told you about that. Oh my god, this is utter garbage. And I would like to find the last piece of my E.T.X machine so I can stop playing. You know what? I'm just going to quit. Yeah, the speech is definitely the best bit so far. You know what? I'm just going to have Ernie and no one else because, dear God, I want to be phoning home or at least sending a fax home. So, any stuff? Nope. And there's so many screens. For some reason, they decided to add more screens. There were quite enough in the original, trust me. Nothing. Oh, hang on, there's something there. Amazing. I get the stick. I am so happy. Yeah, the game is certainly easier without the annoying enemies. I still wouldn't call it fun, but you know, less shite, maybe? What is going on with his finger? There is he. Oh, he's raising his finger. Or maybe that's something else when you press fire. Yeah, let's not speculate about that, shall we? And the space you got to get between these is really rather annoyingly small. Oh, God. Please. If I fall down one more time, I swear. Oh god, they actually made the bit where you fall down the pit even worse. It is quite astonishing. Because let's be honest, no one liked that in the original, falling down these pits just as you were getting up. And I suppose we should try and call what's-his-face, my little friend. Not sure what power I use for that, but maybe that one? No, apparently not. Oh man, please, no more ouch, please, 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 just don't. And where's the flipping power to scan these annoying pits? Oh, I think that's called... Yeah, what's his face? Hey dude! He gave me something, maybe a piece of the telex machine, I hope. I mean, there's so many pits to search, it's not even fun. Not that it was fun to begin with, but you know... Oh, God. Oh, my God. This is so frustrating. Ah, here's Elliot. Let's call the bastard. Come here. What did you give me? A headache? Okay, I see. Why are you not collecting the stupid hearts, E.T.? I don't know. Oh, I think I had a heart attack and died there. But I get new energy because my buddy, not Elliot, is just such a friendly fella. I mean, the game gets more bearable without the agent and the professor. But, I mean, still doesn't make it fun. Oh my god. And I'm not sure what he's giving me. Maybe that's the phone is finished now. So let's go call whoever, call a cab, and go somewhere where I want to be. Unless there's a pit in the way. Oh, this is so elaborate. Can I squeeze through here? Yes, I can. Where's the silly forest? Where's the bloody phone booth? Ah, here we are. Can I call home? Should be some sort of phone home power here. Unless, of course, it doesn't show up if I haven't got all the pieces, which I might not have, because honestly it looks like an X and not a phone, so I presume I'm still missing something. And there I teleported right into a pit. Why is that possible to do? I mean, it's really not a good... And right there, I ran out of patience. I've had quite enough of this pile of filthy trash, and I think we're going to have a look at a couple of reviews before I completely lose my sanity. I don't want to call home anymore. I just want to pull the plug. So, yeah, let's go to the review section, shall we? Home Computing Weekly was very impressed by the game, and they gave it 5 out of 5. For some reason. And they wrote, a combination of graphics adventure, maze and chase games makes this an unusual, fascinating and addictive program, which must rank among these Spectrum classics. No, I don't really think so. And on the same page, they gave Jetpack only 4 out of 5 stars. I'm not sure how that works. I mean, it was early days, yes, but we had Jetpack, which was a vastly better game, even though it didn't have like 15 minutes of sample speech. Thankfully. Micro Adventurer didn't award the game a score, but they wrote, as a second-generation adventure, it lacks violence or any conflict. as E.T.X submits to all forces. But it does have a certain appeal to me to beat my personal best time. There is no doubt that this is a superb piece of programming, but as a game it will be up to the taste of the player. See it before you decide to buy, yeah, definitely, or even play it before you buy, and just get to enjoy that sensation of falling down 1408 pits or whatever. Yeah, this is definitely not a good game, in my opinion. I wouldn't have liked it back in the day, and it's actually worse than the 2600 version, in my opinion. Is this the worst game in the world, though? No, it still isn't. There are worse games on the spectrum, but let's not talk about that. Let's just say, hope you enjoyed this look at this pile of crap, and I hope to see you next time, when we look at a better game. I hope. Cheers.